What's up, guys, and welcome back to Dick Nixon TV. I'm here with my friend Mari Allen, existential researcher, and he's going to go through a Mandela quiz with me. I'm not really sure what it's all about. I have not seen anything on it, so I'm kind of out of the loop, I guess.
By the end of the interview, he will have an understanding, and for those of you that don't know what the Mandela effect is, if you don't know, just follow along, in other words, with the quiz, and ask the questions to yourself. Alright, let's care to begin?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. First question. In the Disney film, Snow White, what is the correct statement? Is it magic mirror on the wall, or mirror, mirror on the wall?
Mirror, mirror on the wall.
Okay.
That's that one. That's easy.
In the Brad Pitt film, what is the correct title to the movie? Is it Interview with a Vampire or Interview with the Vampire?
Interview with a vampire. With a vampire.
Okay. In the E.T. film, what does E.T. say to the children when he points to the sky at his home planet? Does he say E.T. home phone or E.T. phone home?
E.T. phone home.
Okay. In the film Wizard of Oz, does the Scarecrow, I said. I meant Scarecrow.
Okay.
Does he carry a revolver, a 6-shooter? True or false?
False. Oh.
Okay. In the film Field of Dreams, what is the correct statement? If you build it, he will come. If you build it, they will come.
If you build it, they will come.
Okay. Now let's get into some name brands instead of movie topics over and over. From memory, does Kit Kat have a hyphen between Kit and cat? True or false?
Yeah.
It does.
It does.
Okay. From memory, spell Chick-fil-A. Spell chick in Chick-fil-A from memory.
C-H-I-C-K?
Is it that or C-H-I-C? Which one?
Ooh.
Just straight from memory. Don't overthink
I think it's C-H-I-C-K.
Okay.
I think it's...
What's the correct spelling of Febreze?
F-E-B-R-E-Z-E.
E-E-Z-E or E-Z-E?
E-Z-E.
E-Z-E.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go with Star Wars. I'm about out of these. Let's go from the top of my head here. What does Luke say? What does Darth Vader say to Luke, rather? Is it, no, I am your father?
What's the most famous line in Star Wars between Luke and Darth Vader?
Yeah, there you go.
He does say, no, I am your father. I know that one.
You know that one.
Yeah.
But you've seen that online.
No, I just know that one.
You just know that one.
Yeah.
You're a big fan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
Why?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Why does he say that?
Mm-hmm.
Because he said, you killed my father, and he says, no, I am your father.
Where did that come from?
Where did that come from?
Yeah. Where did the phrase, Luke, I am your father?
Yeah. Why do people say that?
I don't know.
You don't know.
No.
I don't think.
I mean, I've heard people say that.
But
Right,
why?
well,
It was never in the film.
the thing is any T-shirt or bumper sticker I have seen, or pin or accessory, always says, "Luke, I am your father." Why
Right.
is that?
I don't know. I even remember it in, what was that movie? The Callahan, you know, with the auto parts.
Yeah,
Where he's like with
Black
the fan.
Sheep with David Spade and Chris Farley.
Was that Black Sheep?
Yeah, it was Black Sheep where they
Or was it the
yeah,
other movie?
it's not Tommy Boy.
Yeah, it's Tommy Boy. It's Tommy Boy.
sure
He's
it's
in the
Tommy Boy?
office, and he's like, Luke, I am your father.
Right. See what you just.
Where'd they get that shit from?
Okay, well, what he
I don't
just described, what you just described, is what we call residue. Residue is something that sort of permeates through this reality from an alternate one, where these people remember this specific details, and they get mixed up with the ones in the future. Make sense?
The Bears.
Yeah. Berenstein Bears?
Yeah.
Or Berenstain Bears?
Spell it.
Spell it. The Berenstein part or Stein part. How would you spell that? S-T-I-E-N-E or S-T-A-I?
B-E-A-R-E-N-S-T-E-I-N.
The E-I-N. That's all I needed to hear. Sinbad. Did he play in the Genie movie? True or false? Called Shazam. Now Shaquille O'Neal has Kazam.
Yeah.
But did Sinbad do one before that called Shazam?
It sounds familiar.
It sounds familiar.
Like I said, I'm not sure if I've seen it.
Okay, Mandela.
Okay, this is why it's called the Mandela effect. Is you have this, it seems to be an age gap with it too,
Right.
especially with the name brands. And like where me and you differ, there's sort of a disconnection there with the name brands. But the movies, now you answered those just as I would, or Alex, or anyone else that I've ever asked these questions for. But what's crazy is, I'll go ahead and explain it to you a little bit since we've went through pretty much probably 70% of the questions I had, is the questions you answered for the movies are all incorrect. It's never been that way. The Wizard of Oz, the Scarecrow did carry a revolver. It's Interview with the Vampire. E.T. says home phone. It's if you
Not
build it.
E.T. He never said E.T. phone home.
The Field of Dreams.
Phone
It's
home.
if you build it, he will come.
E.T. home.
Forrest Gump is a good one. Forrest
yeah,
Gump.
Forrest Gump.
What's the phrase about the box of chocolates?
Life is like a box of chocolates.
Wrong.
Is that wrong?
It's wrong.
What the fuck?
It's was like past tense.
Mom always told me life was or is.
Yeah, it's wrong.
It's
Is that
wrong.
wrong?
It's was.
What?
But that doesn't even fit the context of the conversation in the film.
Right.
Because
Past
why would it
tense.
be past tense? Because life is always like a box of chocolates.
Febreze got 2 E's.
And see, like what you described,
Freeze got two.
it does. Breeze has 2 E's. But see, here's the thing.
Fruit Loops.
Yeah. Okay. Looney Tunes.
Looney Tunes.
2 more.
Now that's a good one. That's a good one. How do you
Okay.
spell tunes and Looney Tunes?
Looney Tunes.
Spell
Toons, right? Looney
Spell the
Tunes.
whole thing. The whole thing.
Looney.
Mhm.
Toons. Toons.
Wrong. You're wrong.
It's tunes like music. Tunes.
Don't make sense.
Okay, with Looney Tunes, like what you just described, it's true. The residue you found in Tommy Boy, where Chris Farley states, Luke, I am your father, into the fan,
Right.
that's what we would call residue. Like you said with Looney Tunes.
But wait, before we get there, what do you mean that's what we would call residue?
Existential researchers. People that know that it's not just confabulation. Whether it may be that some of it is. But there is no possible way that millions of people remember these things to be this way. You know, it's either, you know, it's very bizarre. And what I mean by residue is like the Luke, I am your father thing.
Right.
Another one with the Snow White. It is magic mirror. It's not mirror.
It's mirror, mirror on the wall, but now
Now it's magic. Even the VHS copy is what I'm saying. What I'm
Right.
saying is past has changed. But there's residue with that, like in Shrek, okay? In Shrek, I think it might be the second one, the little short prince dude
Right.
actually quotes Snow White, and he says, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all. That's
for now.
For now.
he
But
said
that's
that.
that's
Could he
residue.
have said that because it's like, is it like a copywritten phrase? or is
No,
that
it's
just a-
deeper than that.
No,
man.
it's deeper than that because
Reality is changing in front of our eyes.
Yeah, if you buy the book, if you look at an original copy of the Disney book, you remember the
Right.
Disney books with the gold leaf
Yeah.
back spine?
The little golden books.
Yes, there you go. Snow White and those old books like from '73 says mirror, mirror.
Everybody knows
but the
it's mirror, mirror on
everyone
the
knows
wall.
it's motion.
But
yeah.
it's wrong.
But the
Now it's
motion,
wrong.
the motion picture has changed. And I'll tell you another weird thing is, like the Forrest Gump one you said, and there is actually one time there was 2 forms of residue caught at the same event, and you can still watch this. It's back when Forrest Gump won a Grammy or Oscar. I mean, sorry, no, it's not music. Won an Oscar. David Letterman hosted.
Right.
And he called out Brad Pitt for Best Actor or whatever happened at the time. And he said, interview with a vampire. And then he talked about Forrest Gump. And he said, life is like a box. That's more residue.
Right.
Is it Sex in the City or Sex and the City?
Sex in the City. Was it in?
It's
Right.
and. And see, that doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make sex and the city.
Yeah, it's sex in the city. Because the women are living in the city having sex. I mean, right?
I have actually, I'm going to interject here.
Okay.
I have an audio program by David D'Angelo, and he's interviewing Dr. Paul Dobransky, and they speak about sex in the city
Yeah.
on the program.
See, that's what I mean, guys, about this Mandela effect. You see, we're making this video, and it's got everyone in the room involved. The camera guy, my wife over here that's watching, giving the support. It's huge. It's huge. It's not just confabulation.
And it's not made up, man. Reality is warping around us, and we happen to be victims of the Matrix. And whenever you say one thing is one thing, the younger generations remember it to be something else.
Yeah, there's an age gap.
So will things that happen now in movies, film, pop culture, will that change further on down the road?
Maybe,
We'll just
maybe
wait and
not,
see.
but we'll find out.
We'll
Right.
find out. Because
So-
we'll know.
Well, no,
Right?
Exactly.
We
You're
will
not.
know.
You're
We will
not
know.
wrong. Don't think you're wrong. And see, that's the most painful thing about this whole effect is it makes you incorrect. It makes you wrong. It makes you question your memory and all this stuff. And that's a bad way to feel, right?
Even though you know you're right.
Even though you know you're right. I mean,
Exactly.
just think about it. You
Hey,
could've-
here's a good one, man. This is one. This is the camera guy here talking to you. This one's huge. You know, in the area that we grew up, we called it Andy What TV show. Andy What? Answer that.
The Andy Griffith Show.
Andy Griffith. But everybody that I know, my family, we call it Andy Griffin. Have you ever heard that?
It's always been the Andy Griffith Show, hasn't it?
To me, it's always been Andy Griffith. And I wonder where the hell does that come from? My mom, my dad, my brother, they all call it Andy Griffin.
So the thing about you being wrong with these statements is think about it like this. What if this man right here would have just been on a game show
But my dad
to win
changed it.
$20,000 and you know you're right? Would that not upset
Oh,
you
yeah.
a little bit? Yeah, I would be upset.
That'd be pretty rough.
It'd be pretty devastating, huh?
I wouldn't go as far to say that. I think that it's like I apologize if I don't know the name exactly. George Smoots. I think he was a physicist, and he wrote a book called Wrinkles in Time.
Yeah, I mean, it's not saying that humans are going back in time and changing these things. Even though, I mean, that may be possible. I don't know. I'm not saying that is.
Reality
Or
is not
It's not.
static.
It's not perfect. Exactly.
It's not static. Reality changes.
Yeah, it
like
changes.
right now, you're wearing a black blazer.
You're right.
Maybe possibly dark blue. You're wearing a black shirt, black blazer, white text, white polo.
Right.
That's reality, right? We
Yeah.
see that as reality, and we know that. This interview, this video is proof of that.
It's proof of that.
But it could change.
It could change.
Like the Eiffel Tower behind you.
Yeah. I mean, nothing is perfect, right? In this realm we live, you know. There's sadness and death and all this stuff. So who's to say that time isn't perfect either? That maybe that there's just glitches or just slight changes. Pretty bizarre.
That's pretty bizarre.
And what's weird to me about this whole thing is around the time this started getting popular, quantum computers started getting popular.
Right.
And the purpose of quantum computers, to put it in a nutshell, is to exploit parallel universes, if there are any. So think about
So
it.
it really makes you think, doesn't it?
It does, because here's the way I like to look at this. And there's a good seminar on quantum computers, and I may have the wrong idea about this. Like I said, I'm just a researcher, not a doctor. But the way I like to look at it is, say we're here, okay, and there's parallel universes. So if there has to be more than one other parallel universe. So I think the further away you get, there's bigger differences. So let's say like we just slip into this one that's neighboring this one. There's going to be slight differences, but it's going to be the same because it's neighboring this.
Because it's so close.
Because it's so close. The further you get away, the more extreme the differences may become. That's just a theory I have.
Let's say with this, okay?
Okay.
Dick Nixon, this question is to you.
Right.
Whenever you were born, what were you?
What do you mean, what was I?
What were you when you were born?
A baby.
Okay. And how much have you changed through the expansion of time?
You grow up.
Right. That's the old saying.
Are
get
you
older.
still the same person as you were as a baby?
I mean, technically, but
Do you still have the same memories you had as a baby?
no.
Apparently not. Let's look at the interview. So, I mean, just like people say, time changes everything.
Right.
Everything not meaning what we go through in life and our experiences and the way our attitude changes towards life. Literally, it changes everything.
Okay,
Changes itself.
if we came
Exactly.
from the planet Earth,
Mhm.
and the planet Earth came from, the solar system,
Right.
that solar system came from the galaxy, and we grow and we change, and our memories are not perfect, then why should reality be perfect?
That makes a good point.
Well, it can't.
It could. It could.
It could, but then it
But
wouldn't
why do
be
we have evidence that it is?
that it's perfect or changing. That it's perfect or changing. Evidence on which one? Because we have evidence of both. I mean, it's perfect because
Do we live in a perfect world?
No, we don't.
So why would our thoughts be perfect? And why would our memory be perfect?
well,
If
I mean,
we're not perfect ourselves, and the very things that we know and we believe, maybe the whole world is perfect. Maybe it's our mind
that isn't.
that's the imperfection.
But the reason people call it Mandela, we know Mandela to be in prison and then come out and be the South African president, correct?
Right.
People that's older than us, older than our parents and stuff, remember him dying in prison in the 80s. Thousands of people, millions of people.
That's the name, Mandela effect, right there.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in to Dick Nixon TV. My buddy Alex here, and
Maury Allen, existential researcher.
Maury Allen, existential researcher. Blew my mind. This is actually some really deep stuff. But I appreciate you guys watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and please remember to like, comment, subscribe. Let us know. Let me know how I'm doing. And I appreciate your view. And we'll see you next time.
Don't put me farting on TV.
I'm gonna.